difficulties, so we are now live. And now we're trying to find it to make sure it's working. Subscriptions. And today we're going to talk about what to do once you can touch your wild donkey, what to do next. So we have Fuzzy and Wuzzy out here. And then we have, what are we calling the new one?
Which new one?
The one that you have out.
That's Big Mama. I call her Bahama Mama, so I've been calling her Bahama.
Bahama Mama. And so this is Wuzzy. You guys all thought Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, but Fuzzy Wuzzy was a donkey.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, but Fuzzy Wuzzy was a donkey.
Here we go.
Is my voice getting picked up?
It should be.
Is my voice getting picked up?
Sorry, guys. We're just trying to make sure we have our.
Sorry, guys. We're just trying to make sure we have our.
All of our stuff going correctly. Can you turn your volume off, Dan?
I sure can.
So now Dan's going to be watching for comments because in the sun it's so hard to see. When you guys have questions and stuff, it's really hard to see it. So we will try to keep the donkeys in the camera, and either Dan or I will be working, and then the other one can re-aim the camera. So hopefully we're able to keep these in the camera really well.
You want me in the shark tank with you?
Yeah, wherever you want to be, sure. Yeah, because then you can make faces at the camera.
Well, then I can aim it when you go and hide in the corner.
Because sometimes the donkeys don't always cooperate. So this is Wuzzy. Wuzzy is 2 years old.
He's currently two.
And Wuzzy, let's kind of think about his story. He accepted touch pretty quick. And he likes his oats, and he almost likes his oats too much because he will pin his ears and after us to get more. And when he does that, I'm not going to accept that behavior, but I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. We're just going to help him learn what the rules are for interacting with people. And I see a comment just popped up, so if there might be a question.
So Wuzzy, all he does is eat oats and be petted. He's never been asked to do a halter, has he?
I don't think so, no.
No.
And you see how he wants to play with my hand a lot? You know, it's probably because he's going to have oats for him. But that's okay. I'm not always going to have oats.
Good morning, Meg.
Meg! But I am going to play with his mouth because then he'll learn I don't always time he comes to me. Because oats, they have to work for him. So I start after, so you saw Dan petting him, but you see he's still a little nervous. So I can pet him.
He might not even be petted on his right side yet.
I have petted him on it, but that doesn't mean he's comfortable with it yet. So if he hesitates, I'll pause, the power of the pause. I'll just pause and say, you're okay, buddy.
I haven't heard that phrase in a while, the power of the pause.
I like that one.
Sure benefit reality.
Right? We all benefit from that because we all want to go too fast so often. Well, I think I do. Dan does.
Yeah.
So if I go to approach him and he kind of leans away, he hesitates, just pause before I approach him and actually pet him. So that's on his right side, and then I'll go to his left. I'm always going to kind of back in because that's less pressure. You can see how he's kind of leaning away right now. Pause. And he's still leaning away. Now I'm petting him, and then I can just release that pressure and walk away. And you'll see this guy will follow me. We tried to get it on camera, pinning his ears and coming after me.
Yes.
And he would not cooperate that day to do that for camera.
The first time he did that, I saw him do it, and I turned to walk away from him. I saw him like attack me in the shadow. I turned around and looked at him. He's like, what? I wasn't doing nothing.
And he's young, so sometimes a donkey might just do that because they want the oats. It doesn't mean they're trying to be mean, but it does not mean we should accept it. So get big. You can raise your voice to loving on them. Otherwise, you might have a scenario like Elton, Lord Farquaad. So now after he is accepting touch, I can start target training with the halter. I've never target trained with him with the halter. Oh, will you pay attention to how much time too so we don't go over? I try to keep it to 15 minutes with the donks.
No, we've got a rabbit in here that he's chasing.
So I try to keep it at 15 minutes with the donkeys. Otherwise, they get used up and then they start to deteriorate and go backwards. Dan's the oat man. He's going to Dan for oats right now.
No, he just figured I got nothing.
All right, so now I can do nose, deet, and he doesn't know what deet means. He does not know what nose means. He's going to learn. And he wants to play because he's young and mischievous. I'll just play with him. Where you're facing the camera, buddy. Hey, hey, hi. Okay. Now he's going to follow me because he likes oats. That's helpful. No. Deet. Now, right now, when he's doing this, he's not showing a lot of hesitation. He's showing, I would say, more curiosity than hesitation. And we're going to move on to the other two donkeys, too. So this is Fuzzy. We have first touch on. He does not eat oats from my hand. He's never even sniffed my hand. So Fuzzy Wuzzy. And then Bahama Mama. And we do not have first touch on her either yet.
Gotta name one Bear.
Bear?
Yeah, next time we get a duck. If we still have Fuzzy and Wuzzy, then we have to have one named Bear.
Yes.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
So now he's smelling my arm. There, he touched it. That would be a deet, and but that would be a deet, and then pay him. When they're curious like this, that's so helpful for introducing new things. Like right now, Fuzzy, he's not curious. He's never smelt my hand, nervous. And this guy, he's a little pushy, so I might kind of play with his mouth a little bit more when he's being pushy. So after he's starting to understand nose, I can start to do neck. But you saw he just moved away from me. He says I'm a little bit nervous. I can move away, try to get him better in the camera. Even though he's a touch, he is still nervous. Neck, and he does not know this. I can help him. Deet, I just touched him, and now I'll pay him. Now when we're paying them, guys, try to keep, you're scaredy cat. Try to keep your hand where they have to kind of tuck their chin a little bit. With the wild, sometimes that's hard to follow through with because they're too nervous for you to come into their space like that. We're working towards that over time. Neck. He's like, I don't know what that means. Look at his parrot lip, guys. I'm gonna let him think. Off there, deep. When he started coming over, that's a great time for me to touch him. It's all on accident, but that's okay. They'll learn. It doesn't take them long before they learn this. So this is the I would do. Look at you and your mouth. You're mouthy. Every time he comes over to play with my wants oats, I'm just going to play with his mouth. You have quite the lip. His parrot lip is jutting out so much, he could scoop water with that.
Yeah. Even when he's relaxed, he has a little bit of parrot lip, but right now it's over the top.
It is. We're working with wilds, or if you're with a really young one or a really nervous one, we stick to that 15 minutes, and even recently I've been breaking it down to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I like I'm starting to like the 10 minutes better because we seem to always go to our time limit.
So at 10 minutes, like if something is going so good and you're like, gosh, I just want to go a little bit longer, it's easy to still be at that 15 minute.
Yep.
Those breaks are so important. Neck, deet. It's an accident. He does not know. Neck. He's coming over because he wants to play with my hand. So we get a lot of questions from people that are like, what do I do if I can touch my monkey, and they'll take treats from my hand or food from my hand. We don't call it treats, guys, because they get it for doing something. What do I do? Like right now, he's still backing up. He doesn't know if he wants me to be here in a position to put on his halter. So by doing this target training with the halter, I'm also helping him get comfortable with me beside. And you'll see more of what we do with that when we're working with Fuzzy, because that's exactly what we're working on. Can you allow me to stand here without having to go or to boss me around, because Fuzzy is very cocky, or having to run off. Next. He's thinking, Deet, good boy. You see how quick his movements are? It's all nerves. All nerves. So everything that we're doing, we're trying to help comfortable with us being around them and movement, right? Now, after they're doing nose and neck, you could start just picking it up here. Deet. This, it's not necessarily intended to be halter trained, but this is what we do next after we can stand next to him. Deet, we're getting him used to that movement again, being around his neck and his head and going up over. And I offer him the pay. I'm not trying to shove it in his face. I'm waiting for him to figure it out. I don't want to chase him to do this stuff. I want him to get the confidence to do it. When we're going for that 10 or 15 minutes, there are times that I will stand with the donkey for 2 minutes and not ask it any questions. Sometimes longer. I think the longest I've stood with one is 45 minutes.
Was it yesterday with Ding? You did like a 40-minute session, but during this session you learned 2 minutes, 1 and 2 minute breaks between every little thing. That's why the session went so long.
Yeah.
It had 15 breaks in it.
And I was trying to help Ding and Dong. Dong is like super confident donkey, and Ding is a pretty nervous donkey. So when I'm working with Ding, he's just so nervous. If I was giving him longer, he had more processing time. Thus, he was willing to do more without being so nervous. And that's what we're after. We're after their mind. It's not, can you put the halter on? It's, can your donkey be comfortable to do it? And it doesn't matter what kind of equine it is, but can they be comfortable? We use the same methods. We don't train a lot of Mustangs, but we use the same methods, whether we're doing a Mustang or a donkey. And how fast you go is just varied by the animal.
Yeah.
You want to bite that. Deet. Now, when I do this, when I do it next time, pay attention to what his head does when I bring it up. Do I have to move or can I move faster? If he starts leaning away, I'm going to need to slow down. You are just a mouthy, pushy donkey. Yeah. And that's going to go away the more he understands. Right now, this is pushing the nerves. And it's also curiosity. So I like that he's being curious instead of having to run off. So he's not in trouble for this stuff. He's going to get taught all the rules of engagement over time.
I'm going to try and zoom in because you are way over in zip code.
Okay. Oh, now he's going to walk towards you. Should we try to walk towards him too? Huh? Huh? Hi. Does it zoom when we're live?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I think it did. Yeah, you're closer.
Nice. So you guys can see how he keeps coming over for oats, and I just play with his mouth. He's not in trouble with that.
He's kind of demanding oats.
Yeah, he is.
He's learning that he doesn't always get what he demands.
And eventually he might not like me doing this, and maybe that curbs that behavior. And this is part of the training too, right? He's learning. He doesn't always get what he wants. He's got to perform to get what he wants. But I can just play with his mouth. And with this guy, it's going to be a lot of mouth playing because he is very pushy. Deet. You want more, huh? Want more. He doesn't really care about this halter too much. Deet. So now we're changing eyes, and when we change eyes, that's a time where he might really get bothered. We want to break all these steps down so that the donkey has time to process everything, and we can find out if there's any spots that make us. And if there is a spot that makes him nervous, we can just spend more time to help him be comfortable. Now, the first day that I introduce a halter and get it around their neck and their nose at the same time, chance I'm not going to be tying it on. Deet. Now you see how I'm trying to get it giving him where his head is straight ahead and not towards me. That'll help him learn over time that he can't get oats over in my area here. The oats have been in front of him. Now this spot, when I go here, because he hasn't cared about any of this, and then I grab it from underneath him, do you see that? He's like, oh, that was kind of scary. Hi, you. That's one where it's often the donkey's got to leave. So when I'm introducing this with a wild, I'm not going to turn my body necessarily because that's more pressure turning towards him. But I might, look at him grab it. I might just try to grab it, deet, and I pay him right there. Here you go. You're okay. I'm going to walk away and give him a break right now. That's been a lot of questions all at once. When we're using pay, when we're using oats for pay, it's easy when they want that pay. Keep asking more questions and not give a long enough break.
Speaking of breaks,
Yeah.
you've been with him for 15 minutes.
Oh, it's time to move on. Well, that's I got it around his neck.
Yeah, he's progressing nicely.
All right. Do you want to do Bahama Mama next or Wuzzy next?
Do Wuzzy.
All right. So we should be able to keep the phone on that, re-aim it.
Okay. Hang in there, folks. We're going to be moving some stuff around here.
I have different camera holders set up so that we can just go from pen to pen.
That's Wuzzy. Hopefully he's in the camera.
Now,
there.
with Wuzzy, Dan, you might want to stay in a...
I think so.
Yeah, he's not ready. I'll try to get this aimed. Or Dan this. Dan's got this getting aimed. I don't need to do it. Okay, so with Wuzzy, there's no oats right now. Does he eat oats from a pan in the ground?
I believe he does.
Okay. I've never tried to give him oats from my hand.
Well, I've tried to, yeah, not from my hand, no. I haven't worked with Fuzzy yet.
Okay, so with Fuzzy, a very confident donkey. He will offer to kick. He will toss his head to try to boss me around. When I first started working with them, I was in a smaller pen. This dude could not even stand still when I was in the pen. Now, before we brought him in, he had a lot of curiosity. Like he'd be out in the dry lot, and he would kind of approach us. He'd be watching us. Notice how I'm backing into where. When I'm doing all this stuff with him, I want him to stand there while I stand here,
Yeah.
right? And it didn't used to be the case. He's offering to stand in the middle of the pen. That's a graduating moment.
Yeah, it is. We'll see in a little bit here when you go to Bahama Mama. She don't do that yet, so you'll be able to see the progression.
And this is the first he's done this. So typically when I get them up against the panel, I want their body straight, and I want their body enough away from wherever the next corner is that they're not going to turn and go away from me. Now when I'm here, I got my long stick, and I would call this just rocking the baby. It's not mine. It's not my idea. I just use it. So now I'm going in, releasing pressure. More pressure, less pressure. When I'm doing this, I'm going to step closer to him a little bit. But if he's looking at me, I'm not going to. Never smelt my hand. You see, I put it down there, and he's immediately like, nope, nope, I want nothing to do with that. Now, before I start petting him, I'm going to check in just by petting there. If he starts to lean away, I'm going to pause. The power of that pause, guys. Now, this long stick, I started with it being at the end of it with my arm all the way stretched out. This is where he's okay with me being now. So now I can kind of pet him with it. He's good. You see he turned away? Just a little bit, but that matters. So now typically I don't release this until he shows a sign of relaxation. He swished. There's a blink. I can lean away. Often I walk away and I'll count to 30 or 60 or 2 minutes, or his parrot lip's not too bad. He's kind of looking towards me. I'm trying not to look at him, but I'm trying to stay aware of what he's doing. Right now, guys, don't move. Don't move at all. He's showing curiosity. We want to reward that. We want to build up that curiosity. because it's going to come in handy later on.
Yeah, I'm gonna rate that. For those of you gentling a donkey, when he turned his head like that, absolutely do not push your luck. Just let him look.
All right. I'm checking in. He blinked. He's showing calmness. I've been rocking the baby and can pet him. If I can stay here till he does another sign of relaxation, awesome. If not, that's okay. He's not showing any signs of going. I really, really am hoping he shows me a sign of relaxation. Good buddy, there we go. Now I'm going to turn my toe before I walk away because I want that walk away to be so fluid and like ballerina like, not jarry movement that's going to get scared. Are we facing too much the sun? Let us know, guys, if we are.
No,
Is it okay?
it looks great.
All right, cool.
I'm on it.
Nice. Now you see how he's looking at me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, guys. I'm at the very edge of the camera.
You're invisible.
I'm invisible. It's your invisible friend, MaryJo. There's a commercial about that. Do you guys remember that commercial? What kind of commercial was it? An insurance commercial. Okay, now he's still looking at me. He just jutted his head down a tad. I want them to learn to move from my intention when I'm in here. And often I would show that to you, but I don't think I'm going to right now. We'll see what he does. If he starts walking, then I for sure will. Okay, now I'm looking down, facing the same direction as him now. Start moving towards him. Moving very, very slow. Normally when I'm doing this, I'm not even talking. I'm going to put my hand down a little bit. Are you going to show curiosity? Oh. I think I should walk away.
Someone asking how old do they have to be to start riding them?
We like till they're between 4 and 5. That's our normal. Sometimes people will start them at 3, but they're mature young.
Yeah, you're not. You could, if they're big enough and you're small enough and the weight, you could start doing light riding at 3. But because they mentally mature slower than a horse, you're going to be dealing with some baby brain. So
Yes.
if you do start one at 3, just be extra patient because
And
they're a toddler.
light rides.
And light rides.
Oh, did you see that? My foot coming here caused him to get nervous. Power of the pause. Okay, he's leaning away more, so I'm going to start rocking the baby. I want to come up and pet him again, but I feel like if I try to approach him anymore, he's going to go. Nope.
Cowboy Crew, did you hear us answer your question?
Now, ooh, look at that. No flinching. Good boy, Wuzzy. Oh, you're fuzzy. Trying to keep all their names straight. Another blink. I'm going to turn my toe. So even this morning, he's had like a week off because we've been really working on getting Ding and Dong. Ding needs caught up to Dong. And so these guys had like a week off. And today, when I first started in here before the go live, it was still driving him forward. I wonder if I should still do that or should I just let him stay where he's at?
I think right now, live, we're watching him make some huge steps in his comfort level.
You can show that some with Ma. Now, Dan doesn't normally do the same way that I do. And that's something worth talking about, Dan, because there's not just one way to get the job done, but there are principles we want to stick to no matter what. But there's so much to get the job done.
I tend to go too fast. I'm a bit of a hack. I can't gentle all donkeys, only certain ones. A lot of them are like, oh, MaryJo, this is out of my.
Do you see him shift his weight? I'm watching his shoe. He didn't used to be okay even standing with me standing this close to him. He wasn't okay with me standing 10 feet from him. Okay, I've only petted him right here. This is the only spot. I'm going to go up to his wither. How does that feel, buddy?
Can you hear me over there, MaryJo?
I can.
When his time is up, we go to Bahama Mama. I would like you to work with her.
Okay.
Because I'm curious. I want to see how, if it's me being a hack or if it's just where she's at.
That sounds just fine.
MaryJo has a more of a type A personality, and she has a recipe burned into her brain, and she follows it exactly every time. I'm a little less consistent, so the donkey we're talking about might benefit from a little more consistency than I can offer.
How far I walk away, like right now I only walked half the distance away. And they found the right answer. It's important that we're releasing that pressure, and then later on we can stay with them longer. Now he's looking at me. I'm going to just look down. I'm going to come towards them. Now I'm going to get myself faced in the same direction. My movements are all very slow and deliberate. I'm trying not to be jerky. Take deep breaths, guys. Try to keep your heart rate calm. It's so your heart rate calm. And then there are times when he finds the right answer and it was really hard for him to that. I might walk to the other corner of the pen as far away as I can get. And then there's other times, and I just started doing this today, to stay with them. Now, each time I've tried to stay with them and I just lean away, I'm releasing some pressure. He's either straight up and down or leaning towards me a little bit. And when I go back to pet him, each time I've done that, so far he has flinched. Okay, so he looked away, and I come, no flinch this time. So every time he has flinched, I just note it and I just pet him until he's not flinching. I pet the air, and once he's not flinching, then I pet his body. And now I'm others. See him start to look away? That's a sign, guys. He says, I'm starting to get uncomfortable. I'm starting to look for a way out. Now, even though it's all just like so little, it's not like he looked dramatically. He didn't even move quickly, but it is still the very first thought of him thinking, maybe I need to look for a way out. Now, this is going to be 3 times in a row. Do you want to stand? Do you have that much curiosity? He's like, no, I don't think I do. Nice, nice. Good boy. Petting his withers. And when you go somewhere new, don't stay there. We don't know if he's comfortable with it yet. Well, that's all at once. What a good job you did. Is there any more questions coming through?
Nope.
Now, do you remember how old Fuzzy is? 6, 7?
He's mature. Yeah, I'm gonna between 5 and 10.
Yeah.
He was the spy donkey, always peeking around, watching everything we do over here.
Oh my.
Yeah, this is big.
All right, guys. So he just took 2 steps towards me. I'm not looking at him. I was, but I'm not looking at him. I don't want to add more pressure when he starts to get brave enough to come towards me. He's not done that before. So right now he's starting to get curious. That's another thing I get a lot of questions about. How do you get a donkey curious? Well, I think the biggest way to get a donkey curious is to show them that you notice everything.
So he's just today, this is happening all live. He's finding some comfort when MaryJo was near him, and then she left, and he wants that comfort again, but he's unsure and a little bit scared if he can come all the way over here. We call it conflicted.
A conflicted donkey is a good donkey.
Yes, and if you're using the word conflicted, but when you're heading in the right direction.
Okay, I'm still looking down, guys. I'm not looking at them.
Their instincts tell them you're going to eat them, but their brain says, hey, that was kind of nice.
He just tilted his head a tad towards me. Ooh, that's scary. Where am I putting my foot? On the other side of your pile of poop. Here we go. Good job. Good job. I like this donkey. I like this donkey. Oh, did you see him he just dipped his head a tad? That's a sign that he's starting to get nervous. For breaks, guys, I mean, I would say the smallest break is probably near 10 seconds. And the longest break I've given one is like 45 minutes. Remember also that if they were doing well, he's getting ready to go. If they were doing well and then they start to not do well, they start to go backwards, they're probably maxed out. Oh, Dan's giving me, he's saying, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear me? Like,
Well, there was a loud truck going by
I was
me.
just talking about how they get maxed out. So if they were doing well and all of a sudden they're not doing well or doing as well as they were a moment ago, it could be because they're maxed out. They need more processing time. Oh, he thought about smelling my hand. The power of the paws. Working with Nuda yesterday, working on trimming her back foot, and I got some of the frog off, which it's like extremely overgrown right now. And that there used her up. Like she was rocking it, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I'm done. I can't do this. And it's okay. We're trying to build up their confidence. It's
Can
not
you
a
see
matter of
him away from her? He had a pretty big lean a minute ago. There we go.
He's like, I gotta go.
He's 15 minutes.
All right, let me get one more touch, and then I will walk away. That'll be a good release for him. Blink, sign of relaxation. Oh, and I'm gonna need the long stick for Bahama Mama.
Yeah.
Because she's never been touched.
No, she's never been touched.
Dan's been working with her. I haven't worked with her.
Yeah. So I am gonna get the phone for you. Look at Fuzzy. Okay, guys, this phone's gonna get wonky. We're switching pens. And here's what I've been dealing with over here by the camera. Is Mr. Eat the Lead Rope.
I don't think you're supposed to eat lead ropes, buddy.
Give me my rope back, you clown.
He's ruining the lead rope.
He is a little guy. And in here we have Bahama Mama. As I call her. And the camera will get calm here in a minute if I don't drop it in the water tank down there.
When I'm working with a brand new one, I like to make sure that the top and the bottom chains are done because when I have one still there. Cool.
My phone paused.
That's because you turned it off for a second.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting it put on the new camera holder.
Okay.
Facing the sky. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, cool. Okay, so when you're working with a brand new wild, make sure the top and the bottom chains are done because every once in a while I do have one that will try to go up over a panel.
Oh, yes.
So don't think just because you're working with a donkey that they're gonna be extreme. They definitely will. Now, she hasn't shown those signs. Dan's been working with her. So everything that we're doing with these guys, we're trying to create them to have comfort when they're in us. Now you're gonna be able to see, this is what I did with all of them beforehand. I want them to be able to move when I ask, and then I also want them to be able to stop and ask. Are we still in the camera now, Dan? We are? Cool. Now, like Wuzzy, once he would stop here and I would do anything, he would just bolt. He's like, I'm gone, I can't take this. Now Dan's been touching her with the long. So I'm going to start here. I'm rocking the baby. You're going to come over and smell me?
Yeah, this one's getting real conflicted.
Okay, so, oh, no. I'm going to come up in front of her drive line so that she isn't going to go. Hi, do you like my stick? Do you want to smell it?
Nice.
That's curiosity, guys. Okay, now I'm just going to pet her, the air above her body. Now she's got to go. Hi. Now the reason I like them to be flat up against a panel is once I do start to go where I'm going to come in to pet them, I want them to turn. Hi. I don't want them to turn where they could get their butt where they could kick me. Okay, in front of her drive line. All right, now I'm just going to stand. Just want to see, can you hang out with me when I'm here? Because it didn't take much and she had to go. And that's comfort. You saw how Fuzzy was just fine near me. That didn't used to be the case. See how she's already got to stay out of their kicking range. So Bahama Mama here is 22 years old.
22 years old. She's probably a great grandma.
Now, it doesn't take much before she's just got to go. Like right here is probably the bare I would want for me to approach her to be able to touch her, because otherwise she can totally turn and kick me when she's in the process of leaving. I'm probably too close for being that she can't stay. There you go. Okay, I'm going to try to get further away. You still can't stop. You can't stop. All right, girl. All right, now I'm further away, I think. If they get diarrhea with them, that's okay. Just note it. It's just a stress. Or at least it can be. You know, there's other reasons that they can get diarrhea too, but stress is one of them. Just got to go. There we go. So now she's learning my intentions. Sometimes I'm asking her to move, and sometimes I'm not. It's not never I want her to be, but all right, we'll go up here. There you go. I don't want her in the corner. What are you doing?
She's so conflicted. Bouts of overwhelming curiosity mixed in with a little bit of terror.
Hi. Okay, I'm not going to ask anything else because she can't stand still. I am going to release the pressure. There was a blink. Did you see that? That could be a sign of relaxation. I'm walking away so she knows she found the right answer. Standing still right now is a good thing.
She's not in the corner pouting. The first day I worked with her, 3 days ago, this much pressure, and she would just go put her head in the corner.
Licking and chewing. And we hope, guys, that that licking and chewing is a sign that she understood and she's starting to feel good, right? And if she's got to move, then we get to start over. Okay, so now my intention is move. I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her. I'm communicating to her. I can walk away.
Don't touch the donkey.
I really didn't want her to walk up any more to me. That was a pretty direct walk.
That was that curiosity she's getting more and more smitten by.
Okay, so far you saw Wuzzy, who we have touched. He's eating oats. He's doing everything. And you saw Fuzzy, who is accepting touch. And then we got Mama, who's just not sure that she can stand still next to me.
And you can count on one hand sessions Bahama Mama's had, so she's as fresh and green as we have in these pens right now. And we got a bunch out in the warehouse, but I'd love to see her just walk up and give you a good sniffing.
She's like, what are you walking like that for?
Yeah, she's like, what a weirdo.
Okay, as soon as she looks away, she's gonna move. I was gonna say I'll play with the stick, but she's gotta move again. Okay, how far away do I have to be for you to stand still? How far? You like me in front of you? I'll pet the air up here. Oh, look at you. Is this a good spot? Is this a good angle for you? Every donkey is different. Yeah. It took Fuzzy a lot of sessions like this before we got first touch.
Yep. It takes as many sessions as it takes.
Did you guys see her angle her butt towards me? That's why I like them to be kind of straight along the panel, or what we're going to work towards, because that's them being defensive. That's them setting themselves up to be able to kick if they feel they need to.
Fortunately, when she was doing that with me, with my long stick, I would hit her butt several times when she was doing that, and she flinched, but she never let out a kick. Many donkeys will.
Oh my gosh. You don't understand to stop moving very well.
No, she didn't.
And that's reading intention. I want her to learn to read intention. And so when Dan does it the way he does it, and guys, you can do things more than one way. When he does it the way he does it, the part that's missing is learning.
Yep.
And you could teach that later on. That's okay. But when I'm sorting animals, I suppose I kind of like them to be able to move from my body language, because otherwise my job is harder. She does not get it there. I'm going to walk away. She needs to have the answer. I don't think she understands that she found the answer, so I'm more obvious. So I think with her right now, I'm going to work on helping her find out the answer to the question, will you stop? I want you to stop. Stop. She looked at me. I'm going to walk away. Now, when I walk away, this is where standing here for 30 to 60 seconds, making it really clear, 5C's clarity, making it really clear that she has found the right answer. So if you have a donkey that will eat oats from your hand, but you can't stand next to it to even get in position to put the halter on, this is what I would do. I have used oats and got them comfortable with me standing beside them, but I think that there's an extra benefit to doing this. I'm giving her a little bit of stress. Obviously, she's not too stressed, but a little bit of stress. I'm working on communication. There's blinking. Blinking. Look at her eyes. She looks confused.
And we own Bahama Mama. She's not She's not in the partner program. You're gonna see a lot of her in MaryJo's videos because she's slated to become a saddle donkey. She's a nice long back, thick build. She's about 2, could be 12.3.
I almost slipped in the pee. You guys almost got to see me fall down in the pee.
That you should do it anyway.
Look at me. I'm waiting for her to look at me. There. Now again, I want her to know she found the right answer. So I need to give her a break. And this is the hardest part for us to like commit to, is giving them the break.
Yes.
It is so hard. Now, if you guys have other questions, you make sure you put them in there. That's what we're here for, guys. We're training donkeys all day, every day.
9 days a week.
9 days a week.
27 hours a day.
That's all that we do.
Until we can pick up all 3 feet.
4 times each.
4 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've probably seen it before, right? So if you have a question, we've probably experienced dealing with that before, and we can help you or help come up with ideas. Oh, good job. To help get to the next stage of whatever you're working at. And right now, before I'm going to pet her, I want her to be okay with standing still. Now, when she's could keep just giving her that 30 to 60 second break, or sometimes I'd be impatient and ask her to move again, and then ask her to stop again, right? Because how else is she going to learn that I want her to move or I stop unless I ask the question, right? They learn the answers because we bothered to ask the question.
It's so cute. She's so conflicted. She wants to sniff that hand bad. And that's all the pressure she could put on herself without having to go walk it off.
How long have we been going?
You're getting close to 15 minutes.
Okay. So notice when I ask her to move and she starts to move, I don't keep asking, but I do keep her until I want her to do something different. That's how she's going to learn, right? So sometimes I might be waving my stick or a flag, or I might be slapping the ground with it, or sometimes I even touch them with it. But only until they shift their weight. Once they shift their weight, like if I'm moving, there's a red donkey that's that we're training to go. She is going to Iowa with 3 others. And when I ask her to move, often I have to stop just because she shifts her weight, because that donkey won't move for nothing. And you'll see that. That'll be this Wednesday's video. Okay.
Well, that was the 2 Flags Barbie girl.
Yeah, Barbie girl. Well, you named her, didn't you?
Liberty, yep. Liberty. She's like a statue.
Okay, so look at, ooh, nice. That's a good spot to end on with her.
I'd say so.
Oh, wow. That blinking she was just doing, the blowing. She's still blinking. And still being in the pen with her. She's a 22-year-old wild donkey. She has her ways of how she thinks life should be. And we're saying, I want you to consider some other ways. So her getting relaxed enough to blow while we're in here is a pretty big deal. This is my long, different than the long brush. This is just a buggy whip, you guys. Just a buggy whip. All right.
You guys have any questions? We're going to be signing off here pretty quick.
Yeah.
If you want to send out a question quick, we'd love to answer it.
We're here to answer this. Bahama Mama. She'll be a saddle donkey.
Yep.
Heck, Fuzzy and Wuzzy, I think that Fuzzy's just so giant. I think he's going to make I think that a rider could ride him. And I also think I can switch this. Look at us learning how to use technology. I think that he could be a great saddle donkey. I think that a small person could ride him too.
He's also about 12'2". His butt is about 2 inches above the 48-inch mark on that. The second rail down, the top of that rail is at 48 inches.
And then Bahama Mama, she's pretty tall. We don't know. We haven't stood next to her yet. We've never touched her. So we don't know for sure how tall she is.
If I had an imagine $5 to bet, she's 12'2" or 12'3".
And Seamus is 12'3". I ride him all over the place. And then we have Wuzzy. Wuzzy was a donkey. Let's see. Thank you, guys.
Somebody missed their turn.
Oh, somebody says that what we did with Bahama Mama will help them with their 20-year-old feral pony mule, Gracie. You're very welcome, guys. These donkeys, just helping them have comfort, whether it's a donkey, horse, or mule, we're helping them have comfort so they don't feel the need to go. And eventually
You're welcome,
they
Meg.
want to go with us, right? She's kind of fat right now. And he's just possibly one of the cutest donkeys ever.
You talking about Fuzzy?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a cool dude. And he's handsome.
Should we take them through? You guys want to go through the rest of the pens while we're hanging out? You guys want to see what else is? We could do that. If you guys stay on, then I'll know you want to see it. All right. Because there are so many donkeys here. We have donkeys everywhere, and you guys don't always get to see them.
And we have pregnant wild donkeys. Keep an eye out for babies.
Oh my gosh. Somebody said, oh, it's Meg.
Yeah.
Time for an obstacle course.
She's going to go ride her mule now.
With her half-ass. Have fun. That's so cool. All right. There's Wuzzy. He's pretty cute.
You ever wonder why they call a mule a mule?
Yeah. A dorse.
It should be called a dorse. It's half donkey, half horse.
Now, you guys know these guys, Nula and Nuda. They're rocking it. These are from the donkey experiment.
I got the gate.
Okay. And then
actually, I can let him in here to eat.
He can go in there now.
You can help the girls finish
These are donkeys going to Iowa. A doctor from Iowa is getting these guys, 4 of them, and 2 of them might be pregnant. Well, 2 of them are supposed to be a year old, so they shouldn't be pregnant, but who knows? They were exposed. They were just captured between April and June. Should we show them how Liberty does not move? You want to go in there and show them?
Yeah. Did they lock themselves out of there?
No, I did it when I was sorting.
Okay. Excuse me.
So now only Liberty is eating.
How are you? You a good girl?
Liberty is like a self-taming donkey. She's pretty awesome. And then that moving away.
I can let them together, right?
Yeah, they can be together. That little one that's moving away, I swear that's like the cutest little donkey in the whole world. She's supposed to be a year old.
This is Liberty, because she's like a statue.
We've never worked with her. She's
got a big old belly.
She just might be having a baby in there. We won't know though.
This little bugger. This little girl. I don't know. Have you touched her yet?
No, she smelt my hands. Isn't she cute?
Okay, check this out, MaryJo. This one here's never been touched.
That one's getting really conflicted.
Yeah, she's very conflicted. If I approach, no, I can't walk up to her. I'll walk towards her so people can see what she's like. Hey, yoo-hoo.
She's a cutie.
We might get a first touch here live, huh?
It could be. You're gonna sneak on a donkey?
Nope, she's not.
Nope.
She's not ready.
So the person getting these donkeys, 4 of them, and then they're coming for a gentling camp. Now, gentling camp, if you guys don't know what that is, it's just a way to help you guys learn to read their body language.
They'll be going to beautiful western South Dakota near the Black Hills.
Yeah. So then, up here.
You gotta go out there. Cool.
Oh, why not, right? If people want to watch, they'll stay on. Here, are those the boys? The boys have yellow tags. Yes, these are the boys. These are the ones that I handpicked out from Delta, Utah on the last trip. And then all the Jennies have been exposed, so who knows if they're pregnant or not. We sure don't. Every day we come down looking to see if we have any baby donkeys out here. Some nice looking donkeys. That one that's still at the feeder, she's a pretty curious girl. So these donkeys are available for adoption. Any of you thinking about adopting? We haven't decided if we're going to do any more adoption events this year or not. We're still thinking. We're still thinking. And then over here, these are donkeys that we bought. So we'll train them and then we will find homes for them later on. And these are all exposed also. They're all captured between April and June. But there's some curious donkeys in here too. All right, guys. That's everything that's going on here. You can see our donkeys out there. Seamus, the white one, wild donkey Ah, hoot, holler, and honk. And there's going to be an update video on Monday about those guys. So you guys are going to have to be sure to sign in. We went and did pregnancy testing. So you're going to have to watch that, see if anybody's pregnant. Obviously, Seamus isn't because he's a boy. And here we're back at the training pens. Oh, and then you can see the mules and horses way over there. Those are ours and our kiddos. So just taking you around famous Seamus Farm and Training Well Burros, you can see what's happening. These boys, I don't know what they remind me of, but like a cartoon. They're pretty curious. They're pretty cute. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, joining us while we work with some wild donkeys. There's Dan. Surrounded. You're surrounded, Dan.
I am. Gotta try and pet my way out.
Oops. Sorry, when I'm walking, it's kind of hard to keep the camera like all nice and stable. Nula and Nuda. Hi, girls. Nula, the new light ass. Nuda, new dark ass. Guys, you guys have an awesome day. Thank you again for tuning in with us. If you want to see Nula and Nuda, they'll be in the donkey experiment. That's a member video. If you want to come for a clinic or a lesson, I have donkeys for you to adopt. And there's always a lot happening here. A lot of petting, a lot of scratching asses.
MaryJo made it funny.
MaryJo made it funny. All right, guys, you have an awesome day. See ya.